You sure you don't know how to play this game, Judge?
Not a clue. You either?
No, sir. Funny someone coming in here and leaving it like this.
Ain't it, though? But what's to stop them, eh? I mean, things sure have been dead around here lately.
Most of it got that way on account of you hanging everybody.
That's the law. I'm the law. Only law west of the Pecos. I hang men who deserve to hang because they broke the law, or was caught cheating at cards, or said something bad about the Alamo. Had a lot of coin jangling in their pockets when they walked, or woke me up in the middle of the night.
Well, power corrupts.
What's that mean?
I don't know. The last fella that we hung said it just before we yanked his horse. Why'd we hang him again?
He was a lawyer.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised he stayed alive to the hanging.
You know what this place was like before I got here?
You have explained this to me a multitude of times, Judge, yes.
You want to hear it again, though, don't you?
Oh, yeah, of course. I hang on your every word, and that's just the phrase.
Here. Before I got here, this place was overrun with bandits, brigands, cutthroats, and politicians.
So what'd you do?
Well, first we got rid of the politicians, then everything just evened out.
I can see that.
But one thing I have noticed of late, we don't have a lot of new families moving here.
Property values have decreased due to the high interest rates and lack of civic improvements. That's what the real estate guy said just before we hung him.
I swear, Clem, you get most of your conversation out there at the hanging tree.
Well, no offense, Judge, and I mean that. I never intend no offense to you in any way, shape, or form. And if I ever offend you, you just say something, and I'll shoot myself to avoid the suspense. But, well, Judge, you get most of your discussion fodder either from who's been hung, who just got hung, or who's gonna get hung. And Miss Lily.
Ah, Miss Lily Langtry, the Jersey Lily, toast of the American stage. She has won my undying and unrelenting love, and I shall forever worship her from afar. I just thank Providence I can read about her from time to time in those papers you bring in from the train. Why, if it weren't for those papers carrying her image and glorious words, why, that's it. That's what we need.
A woman?
No, you Nimrod. Someone to write about us, about me and my exploits. See, looky here. Yeah. Look at this here story about Buffalo Bill and his adventures.
Hey, come on. Got us another one, Judge. Right for the hanging.
I protest.
Come on, Judge, we done got a rope and everything.
Can't you boys do nothing on your own? I'm talking business here. Now this thing goes on and on about how we won the West single-handedly.
Judge Roy Bean?
Look, why do we gotta trudge all the way out to that tree? I mean, it's muddy, and I got my Sunday go-to meeting boots on.
Let's hang her here.
Yeah, but Judge, most of that stuff's just fabrications. What ain't fabrications is just made up.
Excuse me.
That ain't the point, Clem. The thing is he gets his name spread all over this part of the country.
I hate to bother you.
Get him on a stool.
So what do you think?
I think we have a misunderstanding here.
Look, we gotta tell him why we're hanging him?
I think.
No, we don't. You're just trying to start a fight.
I am not.
It is too.
I am not.
It's fun.
Oh, maybe that might be. I'll hurt you. I'll hurt you like something that really hurts.
See, the way I figure, it'll bring in folks from all over the country.
Yeah.
Not only that, but I might find my rightful place in history. And even, why you think, could it even be that Miss Lily hear about me?
Yeah.
Why, that would just be,
All right, come on.
will you boys knock it off? This is serious.
Judge, do we gotta tell him why we're hanging him? I mean, Hank says we don't, but he's full of beans.
What's wrong with beans?
I didn't say beans, I said beans. You know, like moon beans, sun beans, human beans.
That's better.
May I interject a word?
Shut up. We'll deal with you in a minute.
No hurry.
Judge, we caught this fella, so we need to hang him, right?
Caught him doing what?
What you mean?
You can't hang nobody unless he's committing a crime.
Really?
Then how come you do it all the time?
Because I'm Judge Rob Bean. law west of the Pecos. Now, was he committing a crime? Was he committing a misdemeanor? Was he committing a tort?
Judge, we just weren't that close.
Ah, you boys, shoot. No, no! I mean, you can't go on like this. The way you folks are behaving, you think he said something bad about the Alamo.
What's the Alamo?
Hang him.
Oh, the Alamo! Of course, the Alamo! I know all about the Alamo!
Never heard of it, did you?
Oh, sure. Has lots of room, can sleep up to 200. Looks like it's been in a battle.
Can we get on with this?
What's the hurry? You rush a hanging just ain't no fun.
Plus, we ain't got nothing to do when we're through.
That's true. That's very true. You boys just take your time.
Wait, better do this legal.
No, now there's an idea.
What's your name?
Butler B. Boone.
Guilty. Hang him.
Hold it! I stand on my rights as an American citizen.
Yeah, but you won't be standing much longer.
It says in the Constitution that I have a right to a speedy trial.
I don't know how we could have made it any speedier, unless we put you on roller skates.
Well, may I say something in my defense?
Yeah, you may.
Gentlemen,
Wait,
Hang on, hold on.
Hey, come get it.
Hang on.
why do I suddenly feel like a pot-bellied stove?
That it?
No. You see, I came in here earlier to look for a compatriot of mine. There was no one around when I came in, so I set up our chess game, knowing that if he came in, he'd know I was here when he saw it.
That there game is urine?
Yes, that's correct. Anyway, our paper sent him out here to check out on the land values. You see, we're thinking of opening up a branch office down here.
Then why don't you go down by the branch?
Well, I'm a little busy right now.
Hold it. Did you say paper? As in a newspaper?
Yes, that's correct, the San Antonio Gazette.
Boys, new evidence has just come to light which I was not previously made aware of. And I, being duly elected judge,
Mike, there weren't no election. There weren't no need, because we all love you.
better. Now, according to local jurisprudence, habeas corpus ipso facto, and other meaningless jargon, I hereby declare this man innocent of all charges. Glenn,
What?
But there weren't any charges.
They could hang you for that.
Ah, gotcha.
But Judge, ain't this kind of funny?
then why ain't you laughing?
I knew it. Judge is getting soft on crime. But still tough on criminals, right, guys?
Right.
Now you boys get out of here while I rehabilitate this man and prepare him for returning to society.
Which around here consists mostly of us. It's what we call life's rich irony.
Who are you, anyway?
It's just fine, Judge. Next time you want to hang someone, let's see if we help you. Let's go.
Sticks and stones. Sticks and stones.
Sticks and stones, sticks and stones.
Why did they suddenly cheer up like that?
They're probably going out to find some sticks and stones. They're as loyal as dogs and smell about the same, but don't have near the sense.
Now, about this paper of yours.
Yes, we sent out a man here to check out on the land values. You must have seen him. He was a real estate man.
Uh-oh.
Is there a problem?
Ah, him. Don't you worry none about him. He's, looking at some real estate right now.
Well, we also sent along a lawyer.
Got some bad news about that one. See, we hung the lawyer.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't worry about it. We've got lots more lawyers.
Now, you being a newspaper man, you must be some sort of writer.
Yes, that's true. I don't like to brag.
Then you better get out of Texas. See this thing here?
What? This piece of trash? This pack of drivel? This degenerate example of mankind?
I want you to do one for me.
You'd be a natural.
See what I tell you. See, I want you to tell my story.
Here it comes again.
Before I came here, this place was nothing.
You, get here this morning?
No, I built all this.
Oh, I see. And just what was it you were trying to build?
No, I mean, this society as a whole. Why, since I come here, people can go and come without any worries about being held up.
Really? There's no bandits?
No need. We hold them up as soon as they arrive.
So people know they're going to be held up.
That's right. We hold court, charge them, sentence them, then we fine them. It's kind of what you'd call one-stop shopping.
But from what I can gather, you hang most of them.
Yes, and of late I have seen the error of my ways.
Really? You're sorry for all the hangings?
I purely am.
You see, we finally figured out that if we hang them outright, they can't go earn no more money, which we can find them for later.
That's right. It's kind of like cutting off their nose to spite their face.
We stopped doing that too.
What? But see, if you was to write this story for me, it'd bring in all sorts of folks to the lovely town of Lancashire, named for my beloved Lily.
Well, let me get this straight. I write this book of yours, and you won't hang me.
That's right. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Can I get someone to scratch mine?
Shut up!
Okay.
Well, under the circumstances, I shall be glad to write this opus, valiantly portraying your quixotic center of the underworld.
You talking about the folks we buried?
I'll write it.
Oh, good. I, Judge Roy Bean, have lived in honor of West Texas law. I stand as a champion for the poor, the unwashed, which around here is uniform of the day, and the downtrodden.
Right.
Ain't she a looker?
She's lovely.
Clem, you okay?
I think I broke my arm.
Okay, just a minute.
May I be of some assistance?
Yeah, me too. Can I carry something?
Oh my. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Am I correct in assuming that this is the town of Langtry?
It is, and I'm Judge Roy Bean, law west of the Pecos. But you can call me anytime.
Judge,
And I am Butler B. Boone, reporter for the San Antonio Gazette, newly appointed biographer of... what's his name here?
Good day. I am Miss Lisa Swan, a school teacher. I've come here seeking employment.
School teacher? We don't have no schoolhouse, much less any children to infest it with.
Won't you sit down?
Judge,
What? What?
I thought you pledged your life and unending love to Miss Lily there.
Well, thanks for reminding me of that, Ma.
Look, Judge, it comes to me that the second you take a nap, that fellow there's gonna hightail it out of here. And you want him to write your story, right?
Yeah?
Well, he's really smitten with her, isn't he?
Oh. Oh, I get it. So if we find a reason for her to stay.
Then he will too. In fact, he'll be needing a reason to stay. And why else?
To write my story.
That's what I figured. So now all we have to do is find her a bunch of pupils.
Yeah. But where are we gonna find any pupils?
Come on. Judge, we can't find nothing to do nowhere, no how, no more.
Now, the boy tried to catch the train, but it had already went. What's wrong with this sentence?
The boy was too slow.
No.
The train was too fast.
You must raise your hand.
Well, you said the train had already went.
No, you must raise your hand and keep it up.
Well, you said the train had already went.
Yes, that's what's wrong.
Then the train had went.
You must raise your hand.
No, you said Hank had to raise his hand.
Yeah, and I still got her up, too.
Everyone has to raise their hand.
Last time we did this, we was being robbed.
No, put your hands down. You only raise your hand when you want to be recognized.
So you want us to write our names on our hands and then hold them up?
But how is raising our hands going to help the boy catch the train?
It can't. I'm not counting it already went.
But she don't know us without we raise our hands.
And if she don't recognize us, she sure ain't gonna let us on no train.
Maybe if we wash our faces.
Stop that this instant. Now pick up your text.
I'm gonna get the judge for making us do this.
Oh, good. Now hold your coat.
Oh, I will.
What a liar.
That's it.
Stop that.
Take that, you know,
Stop
varmint.
that.
Oh.
Please. Return to your seat.
Should have let him duke it out. That was sure more exciting than these textbooks.
Liar.
That's it.
Enough. Honestly, just like children. Behave. Now, who knows the answer?
What was the question? You'll have to get used to us, man.
Raise your hand. Now what?
Oh, I get it. She can't hear us unless we raise our hands in the air.
Raise your hand.
I said you can't hear us unless we put our hands in the air.
Oh, that's just dumb.
I'm not dumb.
What was that?
I said I'm not dumb.
There's no need to yell.
Yeah, remember, she can hear you better with your hands up.
Oh, yeah.
And you are obviously correct in saying that you are not dumb.
Is too.
I'm not.
He is not dumb. Dumb means not speaking, without words, or mute. He is definitely not dumb. He is stupid.
That's better.
What?
I said that's better.
And then I went to be a sailor. And then I went to be a sailor. And I got on this ship what was looking for whales. Only our captain had it in his head that he was after this one special one. And it was white all over.
I think I've heard this one before. Oh, good afternoon, Miss Swan.
Someone's got a crush on teacher.
Young man,
Oh,
mind your manners.
So how's the lessons going, Teach?
Judge, she can't hear you without you raise your hand.
I think we're going to hygiene next.
Ain't that near El Paso? What?
This is impossible. Judge, these men are incorrigible, inconvertible, and inept.
Yep. They've been in just about everything.
I mean, I don't think I can teach them anything.
That's even. I don't think they can learn anything.
Exactly my point. I feel that I should turn in my resignation and leave at once.
You mean on the train?
she can't. It already went.
You don't mean that.
But Mr. Boone, when I think of all the small minds that go on wanting, thirsting for knowledge in other cities around here,
Well, that's just my point. You want thirst? These guys are thirsty. And you won't find any smaller minds than inside this classroom.
Yeah, and our aim's getting better too.
Shut up!
We can't hear you on account of you didn't raise your hand.
How about I raise your head?
I hear that. You guys hear that?
Uh-huh.
You must think of it as a challenge. You must look at these poor, lost, vastly ignorant, foul-smelling men as your personal quest.
Who's poor?
Who's lost?
Why don't you try who's foul smelling?
See? They did learn something.
how to be foul-smelling?
No, they already knew that. But you see, they have learned to raise their hands.
Why, I guess they have. Oh, Lisa, there you are.
Another one. This must be some sort of record.
Judge, Mr. Boone, this is my mother, Penelope Swan. Am I interrupting anything? Are you gonna hang these men?
No, them's be Miss Swan's class.
Oh, my mistake. Dear, I found rooms for rent with the Mrs. Manella.
See, there you are. You're all set up and moved in. You must stay.
Well, there is one other thing.
Yeah, you like it over at Sale's place. But her cooking sort of leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Wait, her first name is Sal? I think I've heard of her. Sal Manella.
Well, play your cards right, little lady. Old West will hear of you. Feller there's writing up my story.
I understand. Well, just give us a chance.
I suppose. Class, you may take your books home and go over chapter 1.
Oh, with what?
Read them. or have someone read them to you. We'll meet here tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning.
I didn't even know there was an 8 o'clock in the morning.
Let's go look at the rooms.
Well, after I was a sailor, I went to work for the government as a guard. Yeah. And there was this play at Ford's Theater what the president wanted to see. I swear, everything was just going fine. And then I stepped out for a sandwich. I probably wasn't even gone 2 minutes when this feller come in.
I think I'm in love.
Say, what did the little lady say to you over there?
What? Oh. Well, she had said that not only was she seeking employment, but wherever she had settled down, she had hoped to find a suitable husband for her mother. I guess all that leaves us is trying to find a suitor for Mrs. Swan.
Now, Judge, if the good Lord had intended us to be married, he would not have invented vast horses and horizons.
Ah, come on. You know you've been saying how lonely you is.
I didn't say lonely, Judge. I said homely. And you was the one who said it.
Well, if you's homely, you's lonely.
He has got a point, Judge.
Thank
He
you.
is pretty homely.
Thank you.
She'll never go for him as he is.
Well, he don't come with accessories.
No, but we should wash him off and maybe spruce him up a bit.
Maybe a new coat of paint.
The things I do for the betterment of my community.
And I've been thinking, Judge, while I'm working on your story, I can wire my chapters ahead to the newspaper, and they can put it out in serial form.
Folks will eat it for breakfast.
No. You see, they'll print each chapter in the paper. That way your story will get out a lot faster.
Sir, you are a bona fide genius. Now let's take our soon-to-be blushing bridegroom back there. See what we can knock off. Go on, get.
Right.
Well, Mr. Justice Roy Bean, let's just see how fast you think you is.
Now, where did I leave my teacher's edition?
Well, looky what we have here. And, you might be who?
Oh, I'm Miss Swan.
Swan, is it? Why, that's a purty name. Yes, ma'am, a purty name for a purty lady.
Did you come to enroll in my class?
Class, is it? You must be the schoolmarm.
That's correct. Oh, there's my book.
So, Mrs. Schoolmarm, how's about teaching me a lesson?
I'll be glad to. You'll be here tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
Why don't we start right now? See, you kept me after school and I'm counting I was a bad boy.
Sir, I'm not accustomed.
Yeah? Well, I am. So how about it, teach? Little homework?
What's going on? I heard noises.
Butler, watch out!
What's wrong? Bath, who are you?
I'm teacher's new pupil. We was just going over my lesson. Who are you?
Me? I, sir, am Judge Roy B.
Oh, you are? Well, good.
Now, if you'll just leave, there won't be any unpleasantness.
There won't be none of that no-how.
That's anyhow.
Don't help him, dear.
You see, I come looking for you, Judge.
Oh, to what end?
Yours.
What? He's looking for me to do what? I'm not sure I understand that last part.
Butler, he's gonna kill you! Butler? God. What were all those noises?
That was bullet ricocheting.
Oh, it didn't hit me, thank God. How are you?
I'm fine. But where's the bullet?
Uh-oh.
There it is.
Hey, what's going on in here? I heard gunfire.
It was from that gentleman there, Judge. He thought I was you and he wanted to kill you.
How do you get the idea you was me?
Butler told that horrible man he was you.
You did? You was gonna take a bullet for me?
Well, that was before I found out about the bullet part.
He's dead.
You sure?
Pretty sure. Let's bury him anyway.
Who we got here? Say, know who this is?
Was, Judge.
Was then. This was Red Rock, most reviled man along the Rio Grande. You know what else we got here? The perfect ending to the first chapter of my story. How I, Judge Roy Bean, single-handedly killed Red Rock with just my eagle eye, faith in the law, and guidance of Miss Lily.
In one slightly dented spittoon.
I'm telling you, this is getting out of hand. First we can't hang nobody, then we gotta learn reading. Now she wants us to clean up.
Yeah, and Judge ain't no help. Because him's getting his star wrote off. He ain't got time for nothing else.
Why is everybody freezing up? I swear to God, you'd think you've seen a woman.
Gentlemen, allow me to introduce myself. Gilda Platt, owner and proprietor of Gilda Lily Incorporated. I represent several young and sprightly ladies who are in search of true love in this barren and loveless wilderness. I am what you might call a love broker, and seek to put an end to loneliness in this upcoming new era. Have I startled you, or is this some local disease I should know about?
You woman.
Yes, me, woman. Me know other women. Many. Desperate. Although they might prefer men who can, move. Everybody take out your text and turn to page... Oh, hello. At last, somebody who's mobile. Hello, I'm Gilda Platt, owner and proprietor of Gilda Lily Incorporated. I represent several young and sprightly ladies who are in search of true love.
And you came here?
Well, it has come to my attention that several of my clients are more interested in the rugged type of late. The buckaroo, the caballero, in short, real knuckle draggers.
Well, have we got an assortment for you? Of course, they're usually scratching something by now. Boys? Yes, Hank.
Is she real?
Oh, genuine flesh and blood, just like you. Well, maybe not just like you, but an actual human.
We ain't seen many women folks around these parts, and most that we do are usually mirages or phantoms.
Phantoms?
We drink a lot.
My last date was a cactus.
Proud of that, are ya?
He proposed twice.
But we finally talked them out of it on account of she's the more outdoors type.
Yeah, and wouldn't take a drink no matter what.
We weren't that close.
You couldn't get close. Every time you did, we had to take the flyers to you, get all the stickers out, and then we had to go on.
Look, we all agreed we weren't going to bring up the cactus incident again, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Just out of curiosity, how did you find this place?
Why, I read all about it right here in the San Antonio Gazette.
It's here, the judge's star, it's here.
A dime!
The live, the living legando, live.
Just sit down and I'll read it to you.
Oh boy.
And now, the living legend of the law detailing the exploits of Judge Roy Bean, law west of the Pecos. In a vast expanse of tumbleweeds and sand, there arises a living legend in the annals of law enforcement, Judge Roy Bean.
That's the him. That's the judge, all righty.
In an area of our great land, where men are usually covered with dust on the outside and reeking of ignorance on the inside, Roy Bean is a guiding light.
That's the judge.
Wait, what's that other part? About the men around here?
Yeah, since we was reeking of ignorance, what's that mean?
Yeah, I ain't seen no man around here like that.
Wait, that's just it. We is the men like that. Go on ahead.
Where the average cowboy is dirty, diseased, and doesn't have the sense of the cattle they are usually caught stealing, how about we try some spelling?
Hold on, he says we're dirty?
Cattle thieves.
And we ride diseases?
It's just a story to help out the judge.
What else it say?
Well, there was even the tale of one poor wretch that was found keeping company with a cactus.
Ralph, that's you!
I feel so violated.
Oh, there.
Oh, Lisa, here you are. There's something I must talk to you about. Something very serious.
There's the rattlesnake that wrote that story.
What? What happened?
Butler, this is Miss Gilda Platt.
Why, hello.
How do you do?
She's here looking for husbands for some of her clients.
Why, that's ever so nice. You run sort of a Lonely Hearts Corporation?
Exactly. Gilda Lily Incorporated. I represent several young and sprightly ladies who are in search of true love.
What a splendid mission.
And she brought in a copy of your newspaper, which I just read to the boys there.
Oh, that explains where they're going to hang me again.
They've hung you before?
Yeah, but not enough.
Aren't you going to tie my hands?
Yeah.
Hey, where's my line today? Jeez.
It's okay.
You mean you're just going to let them hang you?
Believe me, these boys are so out of practice, the only thing they've left dangling are their participles.
Butler, will you stop this minute?
I'm doing all I can. This is not what you'd call an audience participation sport.
Boys, boys!
Yes, ma'am, Miss Swan.
Now, we've all been through this before. If you hang Mr. Boone, then he cannot finish the judge's book. And if the judge's book doesn't get finished, what do you think the judge is going to do?
Miss Swan, pick me!
Ralph?
The judge has said on several occasions that he would be sorely vexed if we hung him,
I think either would apply, having had a lot of first-hand knowledge of the subject.
if we hung Mr. Boone and he did not complete his book.
But the second you do finish that thing, you just watch out.
Well, please get this off me. Thank you. I guess that's why I'm planning on making it the Judge Roy Bean Law West of the Pecos Encyclopedia. Well, you know what they say, no noose is good noose.
I hate that joke.
Are you sure you're looking for roughhouse rowdies such as these?
Trust me, sugar, these boys are the in thing now. I'm telling you, the rustic type is big, bigger than 10-gallon hats. Gentlemen, no, you. Question for you. What do you miss most of all out here in the West?
Hot grub. A good horse.
Those little after-dinner mints. Well, you boys spend so much time chewing tobacco and sucking local weed that your breath can knock a buzzard off a coyote carcass.
Let me try again.
You better let me. Look, the lady here says she can find women for you.
Yeah? Who do we have to kill?
Oh, you cod! See, that's exactly the sort of Wild West lingo my clients are desperate to find.
No, he was serious.
Oh. Well, maybe I better try to find out a little more about our prospective stock.
Lisa, now that we have a moment to ourselves, there's something of the utmost seriousness I must convey to you.
Butler, what has come over you?
Miss Lisa Swan, I have traveled this country from one coast to the other. Well, no, I've been out of Texas. But I haven't found anyone that can compare to you.
Butler, what are you doing? Now, your name?
Ralph,
Is that with a PH?
Nah, he never went to college.
No, that's a PhD. I'm talking about how he spells it.
you spell Ralph with a D?
That can't be right.
Miss Swan,
Yes, Hank.
she spells Ralph with a D.
Lisa?
Just a moment. He spells it with just one F.
R-A-L-F.
Yeah, my folks was Paul.
And what are you looking for in a woman?
Lack of thorns.
We ain't gonna bring that up again, are we?
No.
Miss Lisa Swan, I speak from the depths of my soul and the breadth of my heart. When two hearts beat as one, it's the miracle of a lifetime.
Let's make this easy for the lady. We like women.
Who are what?
Breathing.
Miss Platt, maybe I can help you out with this.
What am I doing wrong here?
How do you mean, dear?
Well, since I'm teaching these men, maybe I can also instill a more genteel manner in them.
Oh, I see what you're saying. They can maintain the rough and rowdy exterior, but be taught to be less deadly.
Wait, you're gonna do what to us?
I'm going to teach you how to act around women.
You mean make us into something we ain't?
Oh, I don't see no need in that.
And when's the last time you had a date?
Let me see. Never.
So there's room for improvement. When two hearts beat as one, it is the miracle of a lifetime. And at such a time, I feel that we may pledge our lives.
I don't like this.
You don't like what?
Maybe I ought to kidnap her first.
Dear, we're going to the market on the train. Is there anything I can get for you?
Just a moment, Mother.
What's wrong, Hank?
Used to be, we was free as the wind. Did as we pleased and didn't have to answer to nobody. Now look at us. Taking classes, and yes ma'am, and no ma'am, and can't hang nobody. Now we gotta learn all this dude stuff.
See, you know, Judge says that we have to go.
That's just it. Why is we always doing what Judge says?
Hank, you really shouldn't talk about the judge like that.
I'm telling you, Miss Swan, we is what we is, like the rivers of the mountains. And no amount of shoving can change them, and I'm telling you, you can't change us.
Are you coming, Poopsie? Hi, fellers. Well, dang, Clem. You might as well lay down on a box and we throw dirt on your face.
That's a lovely hat, though. Did you find that under a bed or something?
Man, Clem, what'd they do to you?
Now, you boys don't pick on him.
Just a sec, Poopsie. Well,
Maybe they're onto something here.
What?
Dressing up like this.
Exactly my point. He makes a good appearance.
Right. If we walked into a bank dressed like him, knowing everything, we're gonna rob it.
Now see, it's that kind of conversation I'm talking about. You've got to stop thinking like that. Butler, what are you doing on the floor?
Oh, so you've noticed me. Well, I suppose it's a start. Anyway, tell me about these women. You have some sort of catalog?
These is store-bought clothes.
I didn't figure you got him off of Buffalo.
But just what kind of cloth is that?
It's seersucker.
Yeah, Sears sold it, sucker bought it.
And he looks quite nice, doesn't he?
No, but I'll bet you got on underwear.
I ain't gonna wear none, but the judge says...
That's it. You see, ma'am, we might be what you call helpers for the judge.
The notorious Judge Roy Bean?
That's him. And well, it's kind of hard for us to do as you want with him going on as he does.
I see what he's saying, Gilda. If we want the men around here to become civilized, then we first have to civilize the man in charge.
What?
We're going to have to tame Judge Roy Bean.
I think I'd rather go back to my cactus.
It's just a matter of leading him in the right direction.
Lisa, you don't lead the judge anywhere. The best you can do is just point him and he kind of goes off.
But he listens to me.
The same way he listens to a rattlesnake when he comes upon it, because it's got something on him at the moment, and it has his attention.
Are you comparing me to a rattlesnake?
I'm gonna go wait at the station.
Oh, will you take my purse with you?
And make sure you don't go talking to no strangers.
Yeah, what he said. Yeah, and maybe if you're a good little boy, next year we'll let you go to camp.
Are you mad at me now?
Oh, I don't know why. I mean, you thinking of me as a serpent?
I didn't say no such thing.
Any such thing.
This place is starting to corrode me.
Well, if you're talking about your manners, then you may be onto something.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. You teach the boys the 3 R's, and I'll teach them about etiquette.
And a who?
Hey, she got a sister?
Listen, we're getting off the point here. Let's just find this judge and see what we have to work with.
I'm telling you, it won't be that easy.
Now you leave that up to me. I too have dealt with some pretty tough individuals.
Hey, Pete, we'd be plumb glad to introduce her to the judge, wouldn't we?
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure he'd be just tickled pink to do whatever your little heart desires.
Don't listen to them, Miss Platt. The judge is about as tough as a corn cob without the nutritional value.
Oh, how bad could he be?
Out of my way, Purdy boy.
What in the world?
You work here. Don't matter. Give me a drink.
Sir, this lady is going to get you a little old drink.
I will do nothing of the sort.
Fine, I'll get it myself.
Who might you be?
And, Who wants to know?
He does.
Oh, you do, eh?
Only if you care to part with that information of your own volition.
My own what?
I don't care.
Say that you don't!
Liam, do something! Take this rascal in hand!
And what am I supposed to do? Bludgeon him into submission with this?
And who are you?
No one that should draw your attention or cause you to draw anything else.
Keep it that way.
See here, I think you should be made aware that you're standing in the courtroom of Judge Roy Bean.
Lisa, I don't recall him asking directions, and I certainly don't want you to tell him where to go.
You know, you got a lot of fire in you, little lady.
Who are you, anyway?
Don't see no harms in saying. See, my brother came in here not too long ago. The ways I hear is Judge Roy Bean did him in.
What?
Yeah, I heard about it when I robbed the San Antonio stage line.
Butler, that must have been your article.
And you said the judge shot your brother.
That's right, my older brother, Red Rock.
And you're his little brother.
That's right,
What's your name?
little.
Your Little Rock?
Right, catchy, ain't it? Mom always did have a way with geography. And I don't want to talk about it!
You just pick whatever subject you want to talk about.
Now, listen here. I've been hunting in almost every county in the West. I saw so many bank-sized rounds and only man-sized shot. So I guess you could say I don't have a whole lot of time for a lot of palaver. So now, if this is the judge's courtroom, then one of you has to be the judge.
And what if one of us is?
I'm gonna shoot you into so many pieces the buzzers don't even have to get stuck in their teeth.
But buzzers don't have teeth.
You wanna find out up close?
Oh, no.
Now, you wanna use the judge.
Huddle, come on, guys.
Oh, I hate it when they have meetings without me.
What's going on there?
You ain't gonna leave until you shoot somebody. Is that the hand you're dealing?
Thought I made that clear.
Just checking.
Excuse me,
What?
are you married?
She's new around here.
Oh, guys, I ain't got all day.
We figured and come up with an answer.
Well,
He's the judge.
that's what I thought. Now, I ain't aiming to shoot no ladies. I got a sister myself. So you just come on outside and I'll blow your brains out.
That's not exactly an endorsement.
Get out here! I'm coming and shoot!
Oh my! For a minute there when he first came in, I was afraid he was Judge Roy Bean.
Yeah, watch where you're going.
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it?
See that? Beller stepped on my boot.
That is Judge Roy Bean.
Tell me I ain't civilized, will they? Tell me I ain't dude enough. I'm the law, provider of justice.
Well, justice is blind. Bryan County, you blew its eyes out.
Now don't you start.
Well, point of fact, Judge, all these people are here 'cause of you. I mean, you just had to get that story about you wrote up.
Yes, so?
So, they got you, Judge, right by the biographies. Every one of them. Name someone in this town and they got something on you. Even me.
Even you? How you figure?
Well, if you don't start acting like a dude, then Hank and the boys says they'll leave town. If they leave town, then Miss Swan ain't got no students to teach. So see, she leaves town. If she leaves town, then the second you take a nap, Butler leaves town, and with him, your great story. That's where I come in.
All right, I'm listening. But prune it a little.
Well, I'll run a shortcut for you. Now, Miss Swan will not leave here without her mother, and Penelope will not leave here without yours truly.
So,
I done pulled your fat out the fire.
you leave my fat out of this. Now, I don't need the boys then.
Yes, you do. Because if they ain't here, then that Gilda person won't bring in her ladies. And then where's this town gonna be? Your story may bring in folks, but none of them are gonna stay unless they see other folks.
Well, I don't need that teacher then.
Yes, you do, on account of she's teaching the boys how to think without using their toes for adding and their fingers for digging.
And I need Butler to write my story, and you to make sure that teacher don't bolt in the night. I know.
That's right, Judge. No matter how you come to it, you done become a politician.
No! No!
How is he?
He's holding his own right now.
Is he going to be all right?
Hard to say. Ambushed as he was, well, that society and manners you all brought onto him at once. He's lost a lot of dignity.
May I speak with him?
Sure, but don't be too long. He's not as strong as he was.
Judge? Judge, it's me, Butler. Hi. How are you?
Well, I'm managing to hang in there, you know.
I know. But you're going to be all right.
You think?
Sure. Why, you'll be back to your old self in no time.
But y'all don't want my old self back, do you?
He's better.
Here you come in, and I give you the tale of a lifetime. Even fix it so you meet the love of your life. And how you folks repay me? By telling me I ain't dude enough. By saying I gotta stop shooting folks. And what's the big deal with soap anyway?
That was just a suggestion.
You stay out of this, Clementine.
We were just trying to smooth over your rough edges.
Yeah? You know what happens when you do that to a straight razor? It ain't worth nothing afterward.
But, Judge, you never used one anyways.
I'll listen to him. Like he's never played poker.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
You folks just stay away from me.
But, Judge,
I ain't gonna have no part of it, you hear me?
And he won't neither.
no, I think he will, if he has a stake in it.
What? The only thing you got on him is that book, and it sounds to me like he's ready to shuck that.
Well, maybe we need something bigger. But what?
Is the coast clear?
We have squelched the uprising for a moment.
He really is a firebrand, isn't he?
You ought to see him when he gets mad.
Are you all right, hon?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just thinking, that's all.
Well, you seem no worse for the wear.
Intact and breathing.
You know, I think I might have the key.
What?
Well, you know the old saying about clothes making the man? Well, what if we redecorated this room?
Huh?
Sure, some decorations and paint.
Fluted faces would be just the thing.
That's it, and took down some of these wanted posters. They're so depressing.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Dear, help us, will you?
Yes, Mother.
Ladies, this might not be the right avenue to take.
Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe we need to keep some of the atmosphere. Think of the tourist trade. Let's at least get rid of that girly picture.
Not Miss Lily.
This is just the sort of thing that needs to go.
You don't know what you're doing.
Miss Platt, you can't just take that.
What's all the racket in here? How's a feller supposed to... Hey, what are you doing?
I'm getting rid of her.
Yeah? How about I get rid of you?
Judge, you can't.
Why not?
We are doing this for a reason, to help you out.
I'll help you out. How'd you get in? Last person to grab my gun hand's now a batch of petunias.
Judge, she's just taking the picture to
what?
to get it autographed.
You mean signed by Miss Lily herself?
That's right, Judge. And I happen to know that Miss Lily prefers gentlemen.
Well, I suppose she does.
Nobody knows that more than you, Judge. Now, do you think a lady of her delicate refinement and stature would put up with all the hangings and shootings and, well, you in general?
I never thought of that. But if you know her, you can get her to come here.
Sure she can. And when she comes down here, she will also meet the man that not only brought law and order to West Texas, but also the man known as the gentleman judge.
Gentleman judge, eh? Does have a nice ring to it.
Sort of like the one through my nose.
What was that, dear?
Nothing, my little cattle pride.
And I'll help you, Judge. It won't be all that hard. Why, just throw in a few pleases and thank yous and bow when you can't think of anything else.
I guess.
Sure. Why, in 2 weeks' time when the other girls arrive, you'll be as polished as a riverboat spittoon.
I suppose.
So you'll take care of the judge?
Sure, I'll take care of the hard stuff. All you have to do is get Lily Langtree to come here.
Oh, well, there's a load off my mind.
You know how they say certain dogs can tell when an earthquake is coming?
Yes.
I think I know that feeling.
Before you is.
I want that all to myself.
Well, stupid, we're not gonna share.
Idiot.
Attention! Attention, everybody! Now settle down, settle down. Don't get too excited, but the men are all there. Now we all want to make a good impression, so form a reception line. Very nice, very nice. Except for the bonnets. Get rid of the bonnets. Come on now. Now I think this may work out after all. Now before we begin, are there any questions?
Well, yeah. What about chewing tobacco? Raise up your hand. Remember, she don't hear nothing without you raising up your hand.
But I'm standing right here.
Ain't you learned no good manners yet?
You mean we have to do that even when we's out with regular folks?
Well, what you want to know about chewing tobacco?
Well, can we or not? If ever there were 3 women made for 3 men.
You really think that this... Oh, okay.
Chloe?
You think they's gonna like us, do you?
Oh, made to order.
Well, I'm surprised, I mean...
Stop scratching, dear.
Oh, sorry.
I was just saying, I didn't think you'd ever find 3 men to take us on. Oh, it wasn't easy. Take it from me.
Excuse me? Am I too late?
Who are you?
Oh, everybody calls me Plymmy. I heard you was finding men for ladies, and I want to put in for some of that.
Oh, well, sure. I guess we can make room for you. Now we may begin to show our education. Introduce yourself.
Okay.
How so pleased in meeting having... No. How pleased in so having to meet... No. In meeting having... No. Well, how are you? In one ear and out the other. Who are you? You know who I am.
Raise up your hand.
Don't you start there.
Oh, never mind.
Plymmy, this is Daphne, Chloe, and Jenny.
Daphne? Is that with a P-H?
No,
go with the net. My folks was poor.
Why does this all sound so familiar?
Ah, I thought I heard you out here. Ladies. Perfect. How'd you manage to tree these owls anyway?
Never mind that. How's the judge?
You're pretty spruced up, but I don't know how long it's gonna last.
I'll tell you how long it's going to last, just until he comes here and finds out Lily Langtry will not be putting in an appearance this afternoon.
We'll stall him as long as we can. Your ladies look all so... Wait, you said there were only 3.
Well, the 4th one showed up. He probably saw my advertisements. But you know what they say, better to have more women than to have to engage a cactus.
That's it. The 4th girl. She's the one.
What?
Don't you see? The odd girl will be Lily Langtry.
But they're all odd.
Well, he only has her picture, right? And it's rather old.
We have arrived.
Isn't he cute? He's like a poodle I never had.
I feel like I'm the voodoo doll she never had.
Shut up, Sugar.
Yes, my little mud viper.
You sure know an awful lot of animals. Well, I've got the boys outside. I've crammed in as much teaching as I could in 2 weeks. It's anybody's guess of how much of it's stuck.
Well, anything that gets near the boys usually sticks.
Lisa, we need your help. We need a Lily Langtry.
What?
Have any of your girls done any play acting?
Ha! Are you kidding? They're acting now. See, they're wearing shoes and makeup and standing upright.
Just pick one.
Well, let's see.
I don't like this.
You, new girl, Plymmy. Yes, sir? How'd you like to meet Judge Roy Bean?
Meet the famous Judge Bean? The same Judge Roy Bean who's the law west of the Pecos? The living legend, the man who tamed the frontier?
The man who can belch the antlers off a deer without even being in the same room?
Yes, that's him. All you have to do is a little play acting. You must pretend to be Lily Langtry.
Are you out of your mind?
Just take her over to your place and fancy her up a bit. Put a feather hat on her and some more paint.
Oh, this will never work. The judge will see through this in 1 day.
It'll just be for 1 day. Then we'll make up some excuse for her to leave.
I don't think...
Go on. We'll stall him as long as we can. Hang on, boys. The girls are almost ready.
Are the men ready?
Well, they're breathing heavy.
Ooh. Well, then we may begin with the introductions. First, may I present Henry. Oh, I want that one. May I introduce you to Miss Jenny?
Meet to please you. Pleased to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine. Gee, what weather we're having.
Oh.
Well, no casualties so far.
And next, may I present Peter.
Woo, this one's mine.
May I introduce you to Miss Chloe?
Oh, it is my pleasure and
Privilege.
privilege to make your acquaintance. I hope that during your stay I can make use of you.
No!
I'll be of use to you.
You're pert.
Oh,
Isn't it so romantic? Doesn't it remind you of something?
Yeah, the time I visited a wax museum in El Paso.
And last, but certainly not least, may I present Debussy.
Oh, please clear the debris off your face, Debussy. Sorry.
May I introduce you to Miss Daphne? No! No!
strong soap when scrubbing or a very hot iron when pressing.
What?
That's what you wrote for me here to say.
No. These are the directions for the suit. Your speech is on this side of the card.
Oh, you mean the suit get directions just like us?
Just read it.
I do hope that your jacket
Journey.
journey was a pleasant one that I may be swallowed. Allowed to landfill. Fulfill your outer dish.
Every wish. You hope that her journey was pleasant and may be allowed to fulfill her every wish.
Not if she's going to use a very hot iron, I don't.
I am like a disposal.
At your.
Oh, I'm at your disposal.
You take the girl and sit her down.
Oh, this is so. Well, it gets to me whenever I see the beginning of true love.
Gets to me when I have bad chili.
They're not doing anything.
Count your blessings. Usually when the boys get together, they have a dead animal to show off.
Oh, this will never do. Attention! Attention, everybody! Now, we all know why we're here, to get acquainted. And what's the best way to get acquainted?
Without using pistols or ropes.
And without resorting to any talk of family diseases.
Boy, a dust storm could sure come in handy right about now.
May I suggest something?
Just as long as it doesn't include facial hair or fire.
Well, how about a parlor game of some sorts?
Oh, that's just the thing. But what shall we play? What about pin the tail on the donkey?
What about shoot the tail off the donkey?
How about changing the brand on a donkey? What about donkey in the straw?
That's turkey in the straw.
Well, we don't have a turkey. But we don't have a donkey.
It doesn't have to include livestock.
Well, what about having them dance?
It's hard to get the boys to dance without actually firing at their feet.
All right, where is she? I can't wait no longer.
Well, would you look at that?
Well, I never. Judge, you so purty.
Yes, sir. I can hose off right nice when I want to. And these, I take it, are your ladies in waiting.
Some of us has been waiting longer than others.
Honey,
It seems to me their little gathering is at some sort of a loss of how to proceed. I think what's needed is someone to lead the way into Cupid's grove, so to speak.
I get it. You need a caller for your square dance.
Exactly. Judge, we are appealing to you for guidance. After all, this is your courtroom.
Why, so it is.
Yeah, Judge. What do we got to do without we club them outright?
Well, I guess I'll have to show you. Go on, sit down. Now, the first thing you need to know when dealing with the fairer sex, that's women.
Oh,
It is a gentleman's responsibility to make his guests feel welcome, comfortable, and needed.
You're as welcome as lard on a sweaty horse.
can I get you a shot of whiskey? Do you know how to get rid of a rash? I mean, come on, it's been burning all
Sit
night.
down! All right, where is she? You said Miss Lily Baker by now.
She's on her way, Judge. She's, okay, Judge, may I have the honor and pleasure of introducing you to the toast of the American stage, the Jersey Lily, Miss Lily Langtry!
Miss Lily.
Hello.
I have seen the prairie sunset, but it does not compare to the blush of your face. I have partaken in the blue Gulf waters, but they are not so deep as the tint in your eyes. I have felt the grandeur of the great Halo Duro Canyon, but it pales next to the majesty of your presence. Catch that, you nimrods?
I thank you most kindly, Judge.
Whenever you're in the presence of a lady, you bow and hope you don't rip nothing.
So, you are the famous Judge Roy Bean, of whose exploits of late have been brought out in the newspapers, and where I have read of which?
You do me more than justice, and indeed flatter me.
Why, he's doing wonderfully.
Thank you. The hardest part was getting him to take his gun belt off.
So how about a belt? I mean, would you care for some refreshment?
That would be most kindly of you, sir. It is indeed a bit dry around this vicinity, and I would dearly love to, wet my whistle.
I do hope you don't find this particular brand of beverage too abrasive for your cultured gullet.
I'm sure it will soothe as well as satisfy. My, how bracing. Such a concoction is stout enough to melt the shoes off a horse, were the animals but weight in it.
So, you say you have read of my adventures.
Oh yes, most vividly. Your account of ridding the West of outlaws is quite thrilling.
Well, I feel in the face of such honesty and beauty, I may come clean with you.
That sounds like another bath.
Shut up.
See, that part about me dispatching of Red Rock, well, it didn't really happen that way. Fact was, I wasn't even here at the time.
Oh? How did this event occur?
Well, that's what you might call poetic license, ma'am. You see, Red came in here and fired off a shot at me and Miss Lisa there.
At you?
Yes, but fortunately we fell to the floor, and the bullet ricocheted off a brass receptacle and lodged in the outlaw who fired it originally.
So he was vanquished by a spittoon?
Exactly. And then when his little brother came around, well...
You did finish him off, didn't you?
Well, now that's true enough, but only after the second scoundrel had to gun down poor Mr. Boone over there.
I see. So you had no choice in the matter. Well, I suppose a little white lie here and there does no one any harm.
I see you understand the principle.
Why, yes, I mean on stage we all act out little falsehoods from time to time. And as the great author said, all the world's a stagecoach.
You should have quit when you were ahead. Now that you have met the Jersey Lily, Judge, you must appreciate that she must depart now.
Oh, so soon.
Yes, I have many pressing engagements.
But you have just arrived.
Now, Judge, you can't be selfish with her time. She has other dignitaries to visit in the area.
Yes, I have other dromedaries to visit in the area.
Well, before you go, may I have your autograph? That is how this all started, remember?
Why, sure, Judge. Do you have a pen?
Yes. There. Now, if you would just sign by my story here. Right here where it says that Miss Lily Langtry has just left on a 6-month tour of Europe.
Sure. How do you spell Langtry? Oh, I can explain that, Judge.
That's what I thought!
Well, you see, it's like this, Judge. She's taking a roundabout way and getting to Europe.
Through Texas?
Yeah. You see, instead of going by boat, she's going by Pony Express. And they have other deliveries in the area to make first.
Wait, she ain't Lily Langtry?
No. She ain't Lily Langtry. I've been made a dupe. In my own courtroom. Been lied to and taken advantage of.
But you do it all the time, Judge.
Not to myself, I don't.
Well, maybe it's your turn.
Oh, I get it. You was all in on it. What?
Judge, I can honestly say I don't know what's going on.
Like that's news. Put it in the paper.
Well, that went well, don't you think?
I told you this wouldn't work.
Does this mean that the party's over?
Wait, this is a party? I thought at a party we were supposed to have fun. You know, throw back a mess of drinks, hoop and holler, fire off a few rounds.
Don't you do that.
Out of my way, dirty boy. Watch it. All you get over there. Go on, get. Took me a long time to get here.
Butler?
I know. We're going to have to start charging a cover fee to get in here.
Nah, bet y'all's wondering why I called you here. You know what I want to do next?
You want to gun down Judge Roy Bean?
Say, that was right, Bertie. Now, you want to use the judge.
Hey, no fair. I was the judge the last 2 times.
Come on, guys, I ain't got all day. Which one of you is a no-counting, back-shooting, lily-livered Judge Roy Bean?
Somebody call me.
I did, Judge.
Not again. What is this, some sort of franchise? Who are you anyways? Local representative, a scum of the West?
I bet I can fix him up.
You do have a lot of desperate women, don't you?
Easy as you please, Judge. Get your hands in the air.
Yeah? And what you gonna do next?
You see, using me is gonna have a gunfight, and well, I was gonna win.
But I ain't carrying no guns.
You know, Judge, you really is accommodating, ain't you?
You mean you're just gonna gun him down in cold blood?
Listen, I was just gonna gun him down, but the temperature of his blood ain't no concern of mine.
Hold it. It's just me you want, right?
You got it right on the nail head.
And what about all these other folks?
Yeah, what about all us others?
I have seen this before. You and I should just gun you down and leave the rest alone.
Shucks, no. I want you to shoot him, and him.
You stay just like that, Judge.
Clem, why don't you do something?
Like what? Jump in front of the gunfire?
Something like that!
You women!
You got any last words before I plug you?
Oh, I get it. You want me to beg for mercy now, right?
Just a little, Judge. Sure would make plugging you a whole lot more exciting for me. You'll kind of put the fun back in funeral.
You'll get no such pleasure from my execution. I shall die as I have lived. But I want all you here to know that I've been made vulnerable by my desires to become civilized. I've become genteel and as such have been made ripe for the mortician's shovel. As a scoundrel I thrived, but only now do I die, having become a gentleman.
Judge,
What?
you are facing a lady.
Yeah, so?
So being a gentleman, what do you do whenever you face a lady?
Oh. Well, I bow.
Dave was right. This is a tough town.
Lily!
Thank you, Clemmy, and I think I speak for the whole crew.
You do? Plenty. That's your real name?
I think he's dead, Judge. Got him right where it counted. But I think he's none of them Rock brothers.
Yeah, he said his name was Flint. That would match.
Oh, Henry, you were so brave.
And you, Peter. And you, Debussy.
We didn't even do nothing.
Hey, beggars can't be choosers.
Wait, he's not a rock. There was only 2 brothers and a sister. And I'm that sister. And my real name are women.
Not again.
You mean you came here to gun down Judge Roy Bean?
Well, I did. But after I heard the truth about how they met their end, I see they brought on themselves. And they was kind of embarrassment to the family, that kind of thing.
Why, thank you, little lady. Besides, you couldn't shoot all of us.
Well, there was that, too.
Wait a minute. If he wasn't another rock, then who was he?
I don't know. Said his name was Flint.
I know who that is. He's one of the Michigan brothers.
You mean there's more?
Sure, there's Detroit and UP and Kalamazoo.
Hey, that means we could be writing chapters from now on, Judge. I could probably just set up a publishing house right here.
And then families will move here, looking for work and bringing children. And we could set up PTA and church groups.
And everyone could pitch in and help out the judge.
But honey, we don't know the first thing about real gunslingers. And what if they'll call
Oh,
us
shut up. And with all the new deputies, we can bring on civic improvement.
But what if more outlaws is coming?
And you'll be here to meet them.
I can put out my own newspaper and publish books on the side.
This being civilized ain't all it's cut out to be, Clem. I just wonder how it all came to this.
I sort of lost track.
Well, crime didn't pay.
Man, you ought to write that down somewhere. I do believe that it's all come down to this. An end of an era.
We sure made a big one. King me.